Yeah, obviously in these games, this is our fourth go around. We know over two legs, it's important to give yourself a good opportunity in the second one, in the second game. And yeah, for us, we decided to be a little bit different than we have been in the past in these games, with the result being the most important thing. And I thought the guys went out there and executed very well. This is a group that's together now for 4 weeks. Some of the guys coming into camp a little bit later. Um, when you look at a guy like Dimitri Berto in goal, and some of the other players just fighting through injury. So, for your first outing of the year against a quality opponent, there's no doubt in that. I think they gave us their best across 90 minutes. So that's Tigres. I'm happy with the performance, and obviously we have a battle next week, and that's how we're taking these two games as two big battles, and we give ourselves a shot to go down there and do something positive.
Look at the stop after them. Dropped on here thought more, but it wasn't so great deals in that. So it's something like obviously your chances for Portsmouth not those pockets where they've really traded you a little bit. Is that maybe the one negative about it's not the fact that you that packet chances, keep a few chances for them to
Yeah, of course. There was good chances in both the first and second half. They're there, and you need to put those away. But I think the most important thing when you come out of a game like this is performance. That you've created those opportunities, and you've got a very confident group in the locker room. And that's something that's powerful in a week when you're preparing to go down to Monterrey to play the next game. So that's the positives we'll take from that, and make sure we're a little bit more clinical next week.
what did you like?
Yeah, we wanted to make it difficult. They're obviously a team that can attack from a lot of different areas with quality. You see the front three that starts for them today. It's quite a good front three, so there wasn't much rotation in the squad. Um, so yeah, we tried to make certain zones of the field very difficult for them to go. Some areas where they're a little bit more comfortable that we've seen through their league play, and I think the guys did an excellent job, starting from the three guys up top in Masunda, Oketokun, and Borges, just on how we're funneling the ball. And in the first half, maybe uncharacteristically, we tried to go a little bit too quick in behind, and when we're a little bit more controlled about it, I think that gave us an opportunity to create a little bit more. But again, you're playing a team that's in mid-season form, and we're not. So we have to make sure that the game is 100% about tactics. So for that, I'm happy with the group.
Commitment to your game and the perspective on that.
Yeah, if you're gonna play this game and base it on technical ability and all of that, then you're gonna make it tough. If we want to be played on technical ability, we'll have to play this game in July. Because then it'll be a little different, and that's something that we've seen through cup competitions and different in the domestic cup and so on. Um, so at this point, that's what it is. And you look at some of the players, characteristics and what they have to add to the pitch, and you add players like Aromatario and the Max Villion into a game, because they've got the qualities and the characteristics that you need in this situation. They went out there, they've done an excellent job. You look at a guy like Ishmael Loketokun, and it's probably the first biggest game he's played in his life, and he's done a decent job. And maybe if he's a little bit cleaner on one or two of those finishes, he's there. But he's a young, exciting player. We got him. Jose was very good. So it's all about the players' qualities, and if they believe in what we're talking about, then you'll have something positive in the end.
So it's going to be one of the coldest games in North American soccer history, and it showed up.
Yeah, fantastic. It's always excellent, and yeah, you always want more. But I always thank the fans that come out here each and every week, and obviously under these conditions, it's uniquely Canadian. That's for sure. And I'll be honest with you guys. Through the first half, I thought it was okay, but 5 minutes into the second half, it started getting cold. So I started catching up. catching up with us on the outside. For the players, the adrenaline is moving, it's going, and hopefully we created some adrenaline for those fans as well to warm them up out there and make it an exciting match. And it was their first ability to see the first part of what this team's going to look like, and it's going to evolve from now until April. And what we look like as a group, but hopefully they enjoyed what they saw. Yeah, it's always a tough thing to read because you know that he's a quality keeper, and that's just something we've seen from his past, and obviously watching him, and now watching him for yeah 10 days in training. You could see that, but you can see it from the first day he's walked in. He, by day two, he knew everyone's name. So he was talking on the pitch. He was giving advice pointers around to the defenders, and you just see his level of engagement. And when you have somebody like that and his quality, he obviously has a lot of drive ahead of him as a player and a lot of ambition in front of him. So it's a great performance for him.
Bobby, congratulations on the work from last year, coach of the year. Bobby, you're a jack of all trades. You came to me with a lot of new guys. We got few examples. You save us a game on main occasion, best known with a face on the stomach, and all the boys that put a lot of effort. How happy and impressed are you with the team? New challenges, new players?
Mostly I did it because of Charlie, because otherwise he writes the same things all the time. So I give him something new to do. But yeah, each year you always try and evolve. That doesn't mean what we're going to see today and next week is what we'll see in April. But you have to look at the different qualities of players and what you're bringing in, and reward these guys for their hard work. And it's always tough selecting a squad for Forge. That's for sure. Because you're going to put certain guys on the pitch and you're going to leave some quality guys out. Today Brian Wright didn't start. Brian Wright had 14 goals for us last year, the most of Forge players scored in a single season. Right, and that's what we want. We want that internal competition, and I think we always try and create a team that's fluid, that can do some different things on the pitch. And we tried something a little bit different today.
Second half, you make changes, the team plays even better. And what are the moment that you probably keep on to try to improve for the next game?
Yeah, the biggest thing when you look at the changes, it's we're not a team that's ready to play 90 minutes at one pace. That's for sure. So you need to keep the guys fresh. There's certain positions on the field where if you keep it fresh, you can keep the energy high. You can keep the pressure on the opponent, and I think we did that with changing, primarily the players in the front line and in the midfield, just to keep that energy going. And I think the guys that went in did a good job with that.
I know you're not shocked, but more than happy.
Yeah, of course. No, and I'm not shocked. It's something we worked on and discussed, and if the biggest key in a team is when coaches, and I don't just say coaches, the coaching team and the players have a great relationship and discussing these things and are on the same page and understand, why you're doing something, what the result can be out of it. And that's why I say this leaves us a little bit with a positive environment. Obviously, we'd like a win, but we've been in these knockout games, and being able to play for everything is a very important thing. So, the guys gain that from today, and it gives us a little bit of momentum as we go to next week.
The last 3 times you've gone down the next way, you've been chasing the score a little bit. Now it's, still tied going there. How does that feel? Kind of an opportunity of what you guys have to do first?
Yeah, I think Tigres had about 8 of the regular 11 starters on the pitch today, so maybe we'll find 11 out of the 11 in the next one. Maybe they'll sell a few more tickets as well, so create a nicer environment for the game. That's something we'll see. We'll see what went well for us here, how we can expand on that. Yeah, but also, like my friend in front of me said here, maybe we change things up totally in the next game because we see that because we have a team that can totally change formation and the way we go about things.
Hey Bobby, thanks Julian. Just very quickly, I know that you've touched on, kind of the chemistry piece already a little bit with Dimitri coming into camp, 10 days ago for, you've been basically a team for 4 weeks now. Just in terms of the back line, obviously Batiste has also come in, and that's a big piece of your, center back, in relation to the chemistry of that, back line group. So just wanted to ask in terms of, the fit that he was tonight, kind of in the role of a Malik, or guys that have played in that spot before. Obviously, Daniel not being available tonight as well. Just wanted to get your thoughts on how his debut went as well.
I think the biggest thing is you look at how we usually go about our recruitment of players, very particular on how we bring players in and that they fit. That the football IQ is always high. And if you look at a guy like Antoine, his football IQ is excellent. Like Dimitri came in here, has enjoyed everything from his first session and on. And that's the environment we try and provide, and that makes it easier for guys to integrate and go out there and perform. He's got a lot of experience playing at a very good level, and when you play in Champions League, it's something that players look forward to and they don't take for granted. And that's, one of the things you see with a couple of these guys coming from, Dimitri's played in Ligue 1, Antoine in France, Serbia at the top level, but haven't had an opportunity to play in this. And I think that's a big motivation for players. And sometimes something maybe our domestic players miss a little bit. I always say it's don't take it for granted, and it's a tough thing to say because for 7 years we've been playing in CONCACAF competitions as Forge, but it's not something that's given. It comes from success. It comes from us winning trophies. So it's always having that desire to push yourself beyond. So I think that's what these guys are helping with. And obviously he's meshed in very well with the group when we're talking about Antoine, and you could see that in how that unit worked today.
Hey Bobby, Thiago from Trinidad Fit here. I wanted to ask you about Anthony Aramatorio. I thought he did really well. It was a bit of a surprise today. He's on a short-term contract. I wanted to ask you what you thought of his cameo today, and if there's any chance we can see him further in the Canadian Premier League season. Thanks.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's obviously somebody we've watched a lot through League One Ontario in the past year, and we're always mining for players in different places. And he's a young man who's had an excellent past year, both playing in League One and in U Sport with York. He's come into camps, done an excellent job, and he steps on the field today because he deserves it, because he's been doing very well and to do exactly what he did. So it's a very positive showing from him, and we continue moving forward.